America, we have come so far. We have seen so much, but there's so much more to do. So tonight, let us ask ourselves, if our children should live to see the next century, if my daughters should be so lucky to live as long as Ann Nixon Cooper, what change will they see? What progress will we have made? This is our chance to answer that call. This is our moment. This is our time to put our people back to work and open doors of opportunity for our kids, to restore prosperity and promote the cause of peace, to reclaim the American dream and reaffirm that fundamental truth that out of many we are one, that while we breathe, we hope, and where we are met with cynicism and doubt, and those who tell us that we can't, we will respond with that timeless creed that sums up the spirit of a people. Yes, we can. Thank you. God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
Hello, my name is Brandon Bournes, and I'm the founder of My Black City. And since the beginning in 2017, we have been about celebrating and equipping our local Black communities as a way to inspire us all to be greater. There are amazing people in our communities who are representing themselves and their community well, and we need to celebrate their impact and use those stories, those people, those experiences as a catalyst that inspires our community. In 2018, we had our first interest meeting, getting together people in our community who wanted to make a difference. Here are a few clips from that meeting that I think will inspire you.
We need to transfer wealth from business to do the things that we need to do in our communities. That is my mission. That is my passion. I am a community builder.
Our people have a lack of trust in one another when it comes to business. They feel that the person on the other side can do better.
We all have emotional challenges, whether we realize it or not. These emotional challenges can manifest themselves as limitations. By having someone that can support you in moving past these limitations, it opens up so many opportunities for you.
Networking and putting opportunities together for our parents and young people are really important.
We are who we surround ourselves with.
It's powerful. What's going on in this room. It's life-changing.
Everybody can see that we're not afraid to be who we are.
How you see yourself, it really defines what you can achieve.
That was our first meeting we ever had as an organization, and that meeting provided the heartbeat of what I think our community is looking for. We used that feedback from that meeting to help us develop our first initiative, which was a local Black magazine that highlights and celebrates our community. A year later, we published our first edition. 100 Black community members who are doing great work in our community. We wrote about them and celebrated their impact, and it completely changed the atmosphere of our local community.
My name is Carrie L. Barnhill, better known as Mother Barnhill, the lady who wears the hat every day. I'm excited about the new generation of Black young people who have migrated here to Colorado Springs, and I'm especially excited over Mr. Barnes. He has done a fantastic job with his magazine. Even though I did the Black magazine in 1998, he has picked up the mantle and carried it on. This is going to be a great city represented by so many of the new Black entrepreneurs here in Colorado Springs. And it's an exciting time for all of us. And let's get behind them and stand behind them and give them all the support that they need.
These are interviews that were done after that launch of this first initiative.
Black people, we need each other, period. And a lot of people don't reach out to anybody. If I know something and somebody else doesn't know something, just sharing that information with them helps them grow.
It's so important in the Black community to be able to fix our own things for our children, something they could stand on. This was Martin's dream, this was Malcolm's, all of their dreams, that we have a foundation to stand on.
So we gotta come together and help build our communities for the future, continue to put things out there for Black excellence and just growth.
Us working together is what community building is all about.
They told me I could not be a writer. They told me I could not be a business owner. I heard that all the time I was growing up. Today I own 3 businesses, a nonprofit and a publishing company. The value of community is coming around one another and sharpening one another.
When we are investing in ourselves, when we are investing in one another, we're actually investing in our children, in our future, in what we desire this city and this state, this country to become.
An organization like My Black Colorado is vital to the thriving economic development of our Black community.
We've been separated too long. We need to come back together and lift each other up.
My Black Colorado Springs is not something new. We've been a part of Colorado's rich tradition and culture for years, but now is the time that we make sure others know about it, that we make sure as new people come into our communities that they remember and know and are able to benefit from our rich tradition.
That's why we need you to speak on it, talk about it.
And we really want to help grow this community. MyBlackColorado.com doing a lot for us, building a directory, and they're trying to put a lot of Black businesses and Black entrepreneurs together. And that's what it's all about. It's growth, it's community, and it's helping get us to that platform that we need.
Over these last few years, My Black City began to create initiatives around what the community wanted. And currently, we have over 10 community initiatives we have launched, and over 16,000 people who have been directly engaged or impacted through our initiatives. Watch this recent testimonial from a local community member that has been impacted by our organization.
Maybe mom and dad were right when they told me this wouldn't be nothing.
Hello, my name is Angela Wells, and I'm the owner of Serene Naturals, which is the collection of vegan hair, face, and skincare products for all, as well as Angie's Vegan Cakes, which is delicious custom vegan cakes, cupcakes, and cake jars. My Black City is about connecting cities and the individuals and businesses that live within them to each other, as well as sharing resources with one another and taking the time to celebrate each other's successes and wins in the community. I have been involved with My Black City for both of my businesses. Angie's Vegan Cakes was featured in the Buy Black Vendor edition of My Black City, as well as Serene Naturals was featured on the My Black City Facebook page for a product review. I also helped coordinate vendors for the 2021 People's Choice Awards and was there present in Colorado Springs to receive my golden ticket. There is so much value in celebrating our community. For example, I've been in business almost 6 years and didn't receive my first award until My Black City created space to celebrate individuals and businesses that are impacting the community. My Black City gave us the opportunity for the people to speak and select winners. And celebrating those individuals and businesses really makes a difference to them. It helps us to know that people are watching and encouraging us and want us to be our best selves and create our best work, and to celebrate the small and the big wins, as well as the entire journey and the finish line. What inspires our community to celebrate one another is the fact that we are such a persevering community, that we are achieving impactful, amazing things in a system that wasn't designed to see us succeed.
Seeing my dreams, delusion and reality, I'm somewhere in between. These voices in my head get loud and they keep telling me that I'm a fool for trusting in these wings. But maybe, baby, this what flying feels like. Maybe, baby, this what flying feels like. Maybe this what flying feels like.
Since the beginning, we have been about impacting our community. And I just want to read the creed, the mission statement that I wrote for that first meeting that we had back in 2018. And I believe it still holds true today. We often worry that we don't have enough resources in our community to go around. When we see someone in our community that does what we do, but does it better than us, many times we get a little nervous. Instead of using competition to spur on creativity, teamwork, work ethic, and innovation, we often are so overwhelmed with our own fears and insecurities that we lash out. We gossip, we sabotage, we hurt one another. This has happened to many exceptional people in our community. We need to do better, but we need to lead by example. Our love for each other needs to be greater than our fear of failure. If I had to simplify into one word what My Black City is about, it would be about love. Because love is patient, love is kind. Love does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrong. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. When people come in contact with our brand, that's what I want them to experience. It's not an easy aspiration to live up to, but I believe it's worth fighting for, and it's what we need as a community.
Hi, my name is Glenn Henry. I have a YouTube channel called Belief in Fatherhood. On that channel, what we do is we tell stories about true fatherhood, authentic fatherhood, hoping to inspire men and equip men to love and lead their families into eternity. And what that means is we are kind of demystifying what it takes to be a father, right? I think that fathers before me, right, I don't necessarily believe told me everything that they were thinking, the reasons they made the decisions. They just made the decisions because they had to. And so what I do is I kind of walk people through the process of, hey, my wife and I, Yvette, she's in the back, we have 4 children ranging from 9, help me, 8, 9, 8, 5, and 2. 3, man, they grow fast. These birthdays be coming out of nowhere. Around this time, I get a little foggy because it's like mad birthdays in a row. But anyway, I started the YouTube channel in 2015, moved out from Baltimore, Maryland, 2005, started the YouTube channel 2015. And I started it because my wife asked me a question. She said, what's your 5-year plan? And I had no 5-year plan. I said, I don't know, whatever God has for me, right? She goes, I trust you with my family and my future, and you don't have 5 years planned out? Rolled over and went to sleep, and I could not sleep. And so along that time, I figured out that I want to be telling people how great it is to be a father. And so I started to document my story. And now we're almost at 1 million subscribers on YouTube and 2 million on TikTok. It's cool. The numbers are great, but what's more important is the effect. And we are very popular online, but we don't really have a lot of feet on ground. So this spot right now is me making an effort to come out here and meet some people that I don't know, maybe make some connections, people who care a lot about family, right? We know that family is foundation, right? The disconnection of family leads to despair. And so we want to make sure we strengthen the family. I want to start with fathers. So that's my little spiel. Once again, my name is Glenn, and does anyone else want to share?
I'm Dr. Lisa Summerhour. I'm happy to be here. I'm an engagement and empowerment coach. I also do work as a facilitator in workshops for diversity, equity, inclusion, engagement, and the fun stuff of race and racism. As an engagement empowerment coach, I work primarily with women and some exceptional men, and I help people find pathways to empowerment. I believe that empowered people empower people. So I want people to experiment with their lives. I use my writing, reading. I was formerly in your area in acting. I have a book, the Get Ready to Work workbook, that's designed to help people who don't have access to job readiness programs to have a way to go through a book and a workbook to help them prepare. So if you have children, high school, college, people who have been incarcerated and need to be able to transition, people who have been home from work for a while, I got 6 seconds left, shoot. You can find me at liveempoweredinstitute.com. What?
That was awesome. Who's next? Who's next? All right, here we go.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Lauren M. Warfield. I'm an associate professional clinical counselor here in Oceanside, and I'm a mental health therapist, and I have a passion to work with military, active duty family members and spouses. We are so close to the Camp Pendleton base, and we have countless Marines and sailors who are dying or wanting to die every day. I was raised in a military family. My husband retired from the Navy, so this work is very near and dear to me, not only just with the service members, active duty service members, but their spouses and their children as well, because they also suffer. So I have a huge passion for that. I'm also a wellness coach because I also believe that healing the body is also going to help with healing the mind. And African Americans, I really hope that we can do a better job with wanting to take care of ourselves internally, because that's also going to help us mentally. So I also practice wellness coaching with women. Thank you.
Good evening to all of you. My name is LaShondra Richmond. I'm born and raised from Memphis, Tennessee, the good old South. Yes! All right. And what part of Memphis? South Memphis, the good, dirty South. Don't count those in my seconds. They asked me a question. But August 1st will be my 4 years living here on the good old West Coast. And so shout out to all of my San Diegoians, whatever you all say. I'm a millennial, which means I do a lot of things and a lot of things well, but I will highlight the two things that keep me most busy. I'm an educator by trade and by DNA. I currently work as my new title is Director of Innovation and Design Thinking at a private school in Balboa School. We serve K-12 students, and believe it or not, our CEO is a black man from DC. So it's good and diverse and good and black all up in Balboa School. And then I'm the proud founder of the Destiny House, which is a Memphis-based nonprofit that works with middle and high school students around everything regarding to post-secondary readiness and awareness. And I'm happy to announce that in June, we launched the Destiny House right here in North County, and we've launched our program in King Middle and Jefferson Middle in Oceanside. So again, I'm all things students, particularly secondary students, the older the better. And so thank you all for having this, and I look forward to connecting with you all. How much time I had? I had time for a benediction.
Good evening. I'm Aulis O.J. Mozon, native of Washington, D.C. I'm a retired Navy chaplain and a professional storyteller. I tell sacred Bible stories with Dynamic Church Planting International, and I tell more historic fables, myths, and legends as part of the Black Storytellers of San Diego. And this is my wife, Dr. Almina Lo Mozon. She's ready.
Hello, I'm Dr. Almina Lo Mozon. I'm a clinical psychologist and life empowerment coach. I believe that people can not only survive as we're going through this time of turmoil and readjustment, but you can thrive. And so I use my clinical and coaching skills to help people to be able to thrive in life and work. I have a Thriving Thursday with Dr. Almina. You can find me on Facebook and YouTube. And also I am a counselor at New Song Community Church. And I'm always happy to help people to be able to make it through this time. I'll step over into my other role. I'm the second vice president of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority North San Diego County chapter. We got some sorors here in the room. And I bring you greetings from our SOR, our president, Melita Hall, who is out of town. I can be found at Almina, Dr. Almina at Gmail.
We got like 3 more.
Hi, I'm Sonia Robinson, and I'm bringing you greetings from Sustainable Urban Network. So I address racial, social, economic justice, and equity through the lens of environmental and climate justice. Right now, more specifically on energy justice, SDG&E has the highest rates in the nation. And I am working on replacing our investor-owned utilities with a community-owned utilities. I work in the space of public policy. I leverage my relationships I have with our board of supervisors, council members, and mayors. And I have a talk radio show called Sustainable Urban Network, and I'm probably missing something else. I'm a program manager with a nonprofit called Protect Our Communities Foundation, and There's an ally that I'm supporting for Board of Supervisors. She is a Caucasian ally. That is Dr. Tiffany Boyd Hutchins, and I encourage all of you all to come out on our meet and greet August 5th, and I'll give more details, but August 5th is going to likely be there at Hill Street Country Club. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kiana Dodds. I have two businesses. The first one is a vegan vegetarian condiment company. It's really about showing our community that we can eat healthy but still be really tasty. And then the second business, it's called Vista Twilight Market. So basically it is a community block party is what I like to call it. There's food trucks, there's food vendors, there's a beer garden, live DJ. The next one is this Friday. If you need a flyer, please see me at the end of everything and I'll get you sent. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Dr. Ivana Tor. I'm the founder of Thriving Idealists and Thriving Physicians, and basically I've spent the past decade serving physicians and healthcare workers and nonprofit workers and even teachers in the educational system to help them, support them in terms of serving sustainably so that they can thrive while making their positive impact in the world. I had a really intense burnout experience when I was in medicine, and I vowed that I'd come out and be a support to those who needed it. And it's been really useful and helpful during the pandemic, as you can imagine. Nice to meet y'all.
She's also extremely amazing. Hello. I just want to say before you start my minute, wife, telling him 5-year plan, high five. Well, my name is Laria Lindauer, and I'm from the Midwest. I say I'm a techie who can woo-woo. Michigan, go Wolverines. I'm a techie who can talk. What I do is I help organizations bring the human and speak life back into them. I'm a certified diversity, equity, and inclusion coach. I'm a strategist, and I'm a professional coach. I facilitate, train, and I help leaders empower other leaders. So there's a leader in every seat in here. And so I help leaders create other leaders within organizations. And I speak truth into people. I speak life into people. So I tell the truth to all these leaders who are handing down things that aren't the truth so that they can help others. So that's what I do. My company is Success Agility, and I speak all over the place. But I normally work within organizations, and I speak life into youth. I have a program called Speak Life, so that you can speak life into each other, because so many times we want to help each other and we want to help our children, but sometimes we don't. So, thank you.
You get the next one. Good evening, everyone. Name's Dwayne Jackson, better known as Magic, with the Buffalo Soldier Motorcycle Club here in Oceanside. We are a non-for-profit organization that we mentor kids and we teach the general public about the 9th and 10th Cavalry Buffalo Soldiers that no one teach in schools nowadays. They didn't teach them back when I was growing up either. But the thing that got me started in this was my grandfather and great-grandfather were both Buffalo Soldiers, original Buffalo Soldiers in the 1800s. So, with that being said, you can find out more information on www.bsmcoceanside.buffalosoldiers.com. Thank you.
Okay, I'll be pretty quick. Rob Howard, I'm an Oceanside resident. Spent about 30 plus years working in the utility business. Got laid off in 2020, started my own company doing energy consulting. So all things energy, you want to have that conversation, let's talk about it. But I'm going to use the rest of my time to tell you, like her vegan sauces, I'm a meatitarian. The stuff is really good. So talk to Kiana about those sauces. And the other sustainability piece, what they're working on, seriously, it's something that we all as a people need to really get into, because that's where things are going. And lastly, Destiny, I want to introduce y'all to Destiny, is one of the young ladies here who is actually working on that program that he talked about with the Vista Community Clinic as one of the youth advisors. The young people will be doing the actual work with regard to doing and working with Sonia when they're out here talking to these elected officials. And JD, you better go next.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. In your bags, if you reach in your chair, I know, I'm just saying. In your bags, you'll have, most of y'all should have it. I didn't have it. It's okay. I have a ton of these. But the Black Nerds Expo, it's one of the things that I created and helped organize. Actually, Mr. Bournes over here was on the planning committee this past year. The Black Nerds Expo is a small, Black convention, mini convention, that is a space to celebrate anything nerdy. So if you like art, if you like literature, if you like science, technology, engineering, math, if you like comics, if you're just a nerd, you're just like, I'm just a nerd. I like stats and football or whatever. I'm a nerd. So if you have a business, you can actually be a vendor for this for free. So you don't have to pay for anything. One of the main missions of Black Nerds Expo, besides being a Black space, is that we also care about our Black entrepreneurs. So it's free. You get a table and chair for free. You might get some food for free. You get parking for free. You get a lot of stuff for free, just so you can sell and be in the space of community. So this year, we're actually going to do also a Black and Brown Nerds Expo. And again, it is free for vendors. And it's going to happen in November, on November 5th on a Saturday. So if you're interested in this, or the Black and Brown Nerds Expo this year, then please connect with me. I also have my business cards with me, so you can figure out how to get a free booth. You have to do an application. So yeah, I'm JD. Thank you so much.
We're now going to switch gears a little bit, turn on some music, and give you guys an opportunity to fill out these questionnaires. Everyone should have one inside their bag. The reason for this is so that we can put, some of you guys are in different industries. You might want to connect with someone. We'll be able to connect with you guys and let you guys know when the next session is happening, but also kind of see what's the why behind you coming here? We want to know, just check a pulse on the community, get to know you guys a little bit better. So we're going to turn on some music. And if you do want to share, you can share, but if you could please fill this out first. That would be amazing. We want to give you guys some time to think about the answers. You guys should have pens and the questionnaire in your bag. Pens, questionnaire in your bag. Thank you guys so much.
Just want to introduce you to my family. My wife wanted to share a few things real quick.
Well, thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. It's so encouraging to see all this Black excellence in the room. And the goal, or one of the goals is when I was moving back here, even when we were in Colorado, it was basically having my kids be able to connect and see Black excellence in every industry. And we represent so many industries in here. And also, another thing that I were really encouraged with is creating power teams, where that's why we have these, name tags, is you have people in education. For example, there was a person in education, a person in healthcare, a person in these different industries that can kind of work together and relate, and some of that's already going on here. Or you have a person who's doing a restaurant and there's a vegan baker who they could, come and be a part of selling their product in their restaurant. And so it's really like, we're here, it's just really being able to connect with each other and knowing what each other is doing. And so if you have something that somebody don't know, then, share, because it's really also about the same industry. Like, we're in multimedia and there's other multimedia. If we need help with something, we could connect. So it's also iron sharpens iron, right? And having, a lot of times people kind of are nervous about competition, but it's really about partnership and healthy competition, right? You want to stay sharpened by the next person doing different things going on. So I'm really encouraged by this and hope that we can continue to connect and build.
Y'all want to say anything? You want to say anything? I know you want. You sound like you want to say something.
Hello, I'm Daniel, and as you all know, I all were helpful today, and we're all thankful for the thing, for all friendships that we have made and the things we have given and done.
Yeah, so we have Zion who's 9, Daniel who's 7, and David who's 5, and then we have a 1.5-year-old. So we stay busy. We're all boys.
Thank you. Thank you. This is my family right here. So, yep. So we just want to make sure, just one reason I wanted to bring my family up here, because we are about family. We do it as a community. We don't do it alone. All of us, we're a parent or guardian. We have kids, youth that we're trying to make sure we can support and be a part of their community. So we need to continue to keep that on front of our mind, like how can we be the best support to our community, to the next generation. Part of VCC, my role is to make sure to teach drug prevention, substance use prevention to young adults. So I've been doing workshops and talking to different youth about just the mindset, how easy it is to get addicted to a substance, because the dopamine creates this amazing feeling, and then your brain literally changes the way your brain thinks. So you really got to make sure you stop, think, don't use, don't even start, because once you start, you can never go back. You can never take away the feeling that illicit substance gave you. And when you become addicted, or you become, you have a substance use disorder, there's no cure for it. So people talk about recovery. You can recover your life to a certain level of quality of life, but you can never be cured, because it's an experience you can never forget. So that's why it's important to make sure we talk to our youth, to be in our youth's lives, and to make sure it's to do whatever we can to make sure they never start. Because if they start and they get addicted, it's a lifelong journey. And one thing I was talking to, I don't know what I'll call a mentor, but someone who is in the field and struggles helping their son through the struggle for like 30 years. What gave her hope, what she told me, was just, it's even though it's hard, even though it's a struggle, she was focusing on how can I just help them have a quality day today. How can I restore them to a point where they can restore the relationships, just make one day at a time. Even though there's no cure, I'm trying to help create that quality life for them as long as possible in between relapses. So my point is, we need to be active. We need to make sure that we're talking about it. We need to make sure it's in the front of our minds. We need to make sure that our youth and young adults it's in the conversation. We don't need to avoid it. We need to be on the front end, and we need to be advocates and create roadways for the discussion. And so I've already talked to my kids about it. My kids say, are they young enough to understand? They are young enough to understand. We talked about drug prevention. We talked about other things. We talked about a lot of stuff. And all of them are able to understand. So sometimes we don't even know how do we talk about it. What's the language that we use to communicate it in a way that they can understand on their level. So I'm here as a resource to help, because I got kids that age. And I'm learning how to communicate that. We have other fathers in the room, other mothers in the room, other people who have those experiences. We have other young adults in the room who also have a lot of experience to speak to people their own age. So we need to be a good support for that, and we need to. That's a big part of what I want this local chapter, if it become a local chapter, to be about, to make sure we are supporting and pushing forward the youth in the right direction and being a support. So there's a few purposes of this survey right here. Part of it is everyone who signed up online or came today, we want to make sure we get your information when it comes to, you might not have got a business information, you want to know somebody, we're just going to make a list to share so you can be able to see who was here and be able to reach out and follow up with it. Another reason for this is partly for VCC, because I work for VCC in an extension of support for the health and wellness. So if you are a parent and you want help, or if you are a youth, we have a youth program that Destiny is helping lead. And then we have, we're just trying to be support. And so we want to be a resource. And the age, yeah, so that's pretty much why the survey is. I'm gonna follow up and try to connect each other the best we can. I can't do this alone. Don't have super high expectations. I'm gonna do my best. But it's a group effort, you know? This is gonna be what we make it. The impact that we have is gonna be what we all make it. So, I don't have anything else to say, because it's hot up in this room, and y'all are sweating. But is any last words, anything I missed? You wanna share?
Oh, okay. The Commissioner for Arts and Culture for San Diego County. Because of COVID, a lot of the money that used to be available to fund arts and culture and all of the ventures that you guys just finished talking about, we are now fully funded. I don't want to be the only commissioner who is sending money back or don't have people going through the process to compete for the money. Everything that you guys have said has been fantastic. I don't know if you've ever heard of Kumbha Fest, but San Diego has an event called Kumbha Fest, for us, by us, that was totally funded by Black people, by Black kids. So the proof of us being able to do it has already been established for 30 years. Because of that, the city of San Diego was giving us 9 blocks from 61st Street all the way to 69th to develop as San Diego County's Black Art and Culture District. So I invite all of you guys to claim that. Last but not least, I am the Black person who represents any family who has dealings with child protective services. And in order for us to send our families who are in crisis to fluid and effective people, we need people like you guys to be available. So I look forward to that list, and please apply for this $133 million. Those are our tax dollars, so it doesn't make any sense that we don't go get it and then use it to improve what we're already. The Commission for Arts and Culture. And now we have 2, the County for Arts and Culture and the city. I'm Dahan Blevins, your commissioner.
If you put your email on this connection card, you're gonna get.
But it's the city of San Diego. It's the county of San Diego. The county just approved, I think their budget $40 million 2 weeks ago. But the city has been going, well, we just never applied.
Reason why I say that is because, just like I was talking to Renee, there's a lot of information that's out there, but we don't know. And we don't know if it is out there. If we do know it's out there, we have no idea how to get it. So basically, that's what I'm saying. The information is wonderful. We just need a map.
A link.
I really don't want to make you guys feel this is my money. This is your money. You know what I'm saying? Literally, if we all doing the work that we're doing, we need to be more adept in government programs. We need to be more adept in city programs, because it's not the people that's getting the money, they're no more literate than we are. You know what I'm saying? And granted, there has been 30 years that we ain't been able to, they give it to the symphony and stuff. But I've been there 4 years. And in the 4 years that I've been there, we've been able to change many of the policies. You don't need matching anymore. You don't even need to have a 501c3 in California. You can have a 501c3 in Alaska and go for this money. So we've been removing the barriers for us to get this money. It's on us now. It's on us. We have to put in the work.
We'll give you this information. Asterisk? When is the event?
Oh, Food Fest is always the end of February. It's the last week in February. We just did our 30th year anniversary. And because of the racism that we dealt with for 30 years, the theater that marketed it, they put them out. So now there's an entire theater for people that's saying they bout it. There's an entire theater for you to go and do what you do, and funding for it. So it's, you know, the planets are aligned. Either you bout it, you're gonna go do it, or just gonna keep talking about it. Market Creek Plaza is sunsetting. So all of us Diamond community investors, it's now time for us to take over that. So all of us that's talking like this, let's do it. The planets obviously have aligned, let's go.
All right. Thank you. So we're you ended on a positive note. Thank you. I want to give room to meet again. I want to do like a breakfast or something, maybe like 2-3 months out, and try to plan it and try to get people together just to network, build community here in North County. And so if you're interested, I'll send an email out. We can try to figure out how to make something happen. Trying to just continue to partner and work with each other because we shine brighter together. So that's the goal.
I just wanted to take a moment to thank you for putting this together. I know it's been a lot of work, and I'm a transplant, and I've never met so many Black people in one room since I've been here for 7 years. So thank you so much for putting in the time and the effort. This is amazing. Thank you so much.
Hey everyone. My name is Andrew Demura. I'm a local realtor notary here in San Diego. After about an 8-year career as a news reporter, including 2 here on Fox 5, I jumped into real estate full time because Black people need wealth. I also represent the National Association of Real Estate Brokers. We are the oldest Black trade organization with an emphasis in democracy and housing. So we are trying to get more Black people wealth, and we know that firsthand in home ownership.
So my name is Zion Clark. I'm from Canton, Ohio. I guess my title is I'm an actor, I'm an author, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a professional track and field athlete, masterclass martial artist, and so forth and so forth. But, you know, my main mission here is really bring together some of the biggest foster care organizations across the country, given that I experienced a lot of it for most of my life, being only 24. And I've been having some real progress. I just bridged together 3 of the biggest organizations in the United States. I'm all putting them in contact with each other recently. So if you want to follow my journey or contact me if you feel like you can help me with my mission, it's management@zionclark.com, and you'll be able to contact me and my whole team and be part of our journey.